Hi friends, welcome back to our channel. Imagine facing unimaginable horror and emerging as a beacon of hope and resilience. This is the true story of Mary Vincent, a young girl who defied the odds after enduring one of the most brutal attacks imaginable. At just 15 years old, Mary Vincent was thrust into a fight for her life that would test the very limits of human endurance. Her incredible journey of survival against unspeakable odds is a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the will to overcome adversity. Join us as we explore the harrowing and inspiring tale of Mary Vincent, a story that will leave you both heartbroken and inspired by the sheer power of courage and determination. Mary Vincent was born in 1963. Vincent was one of 7 children and lived with her parents in Las Vegas. Her father worked as a mechanic and married her mother, a blackjack dealer. She was a typical teenager growing up in Las Vegas, Nevada. Like many young people of her time, she dreamed of adventure and freedom. Unfortunately, while serving in the military, Vincent's parents were going through a messy divorce, which caused her to run away from their home in Las Vegas, after a brief period living on the streets and inside unlocked cars. In September 1978, at just 15 years old, she decided to hitchhike her way to her grandfather's house in Berkeley, California, with plans to make a fresh start. After arriving in Berkeley, California, and staying with her grandfather, Vincent became homesick and decided to hitchhike back to the Los Angeles area. As she made her way along the bustling highways, Mary had no way of knowing that her life was about to take a terrifying turn. After a long day of traveling, she found herself standing at a rest stop near Modesto, California, tired and eager for a ride that would take her closer to her destination. As she stood by the side of the road with her thumb out, a van pulled over. The driver, an older man named Lawrence Singleton, seemed friendly enough. He offered Mary a ride, assuring her that he was heading her way. Trusting his demeanor and desperate for a break from the scorching sun, Mary accepted his offer and climbed into the passenger seat. At first, the ride was uneventful. Singleton made small talk, trying to put Mary at ease. But as the miles passed, a sense of unease began to creep over Mary. There was something unsettling about the man's demeanor that she couldn't quite place. Little did she know her instincts were about to prove terrifyingly accurate. Mary's suspicion turned to fear when Singleton suddenly changed course, claiming he needed to make a stop. The van veered off the highway onto a deserted road, winding deeper into an unfamiliar landscape. Her heart raced as she realized that something was terribly wrong. Despite her protests, Singleton continued on his detour, his demeanor shifting from kindly to menacing. The van eventually came to a halt in a secluded canyon area, far from the prying eyes of the highway. At that moment, Mary's worst fears were confirmed. In an instant, the situation turned violent. Singleton attacked Mary with a ferocity that left her stunned and defenseless. Singleton stripped and bound Mary in the back of his van and repeatedly raped her. When she begged him to set her free, he evilly said to her, "You want to be set free? I'll set you free." He brutally assaulted her, disregarding her pleas for mercy. The horror seemed unending, and Mary's mind raced as she tried to comprehend the nightmarish reality she had been thrust into. But the worst was yet to come. After the attack, in a moment of chilling cruelty, Singleton dragged Mary from the van. Her body was weak and her spirit was battered, but her will to survive had not yet been extinguished. In a shocking act of brutality, Singleton retrieved a hatchet from the van. Without warning, he proceeded to sever both of Mary's arms at the forearms. The sheer horror of the act left Mary in a state of shock. Bleeding profusely and clinging to life, she was left for dead on the canyon floor. Believing he had silenced her forever, Singleton left Mary alone in the wilderness, assuming she would succumb to her injuries. But Mary was not ready to give up. Against all odds, she was about to embark on a journey of unimaginable strength and determination. Despite the excruciating pain and the overwhelming odds stacked against her, Mary refused to let her story end there. Driven by a fierce will to survive and the desire to see justice served, she began the agonizing task of crawling back to the road. In an extraordinary display of strength, Mary managed to pack the wounds on her arms with dirt and mud to slow the bleeding. She refused to succumb to the darkness, focusing solely on the hope of finding help. Hours passed as she crawled, leaving a trail of blood and grit behind her. As dawn broke, Mary finally reached the highway. Exhausted and on the brink of collapse, she used her remaining strength to flag down a passing car. A startled couple on their way to a camping trip spotted her and immediately pulled over, horrified by the sight before them. The couple acted quickly, providing Mary with the first aid she so desperately needed and calling for emergency services. Their timely intervention was a crucial lifeline, pulling Mary back from the brink of death. At the hospital, Mary underwent extensive surgery to address her injuries. The medical team worked tirelessly to save her life, admiring her tenacity and fighting spirit. As Mary began the long road to recovery, she was buoyed by the thought of justice and the unwavering support of her family. Despite the physical and emotional scars left by her ordeal, Mary's resilience shone through. She was determined not only to survive, but to thrive. Her strength and courage would soon become an inspiration to countless others facing their own battles. With the support of law enforcement and her family, Mary was determined to see Lawrence Singleton brought to justice. Her testimony was a crucial part of the trial, serving as a powerful testament to her courage and resolve. Mary's testimony was instrumental in securing Singleton's conviction. He was sentenced to 14 years in prison, the maximum sentence allowed at the time, sparking a public outcry for stricter penalties for violent crimes. Singleton was granted parole in 1987, after serving just 8 years. He returned to his native Florida after his release and was arrested in 1997 for the murder of Roxanne Hayes. He was sentenced to death but died of cancer in 2001. Mary Vincent's story is a profound testament to the strength of the human spirit and the power of resilience. Despite enduring unimaginable trauma, she rose above her circumstances, finding a new path in life through art and inspiring countless others with her courage. Her journey serves as a powerful reminder that, even in the darkest of times, hope and perseverance can light the way forward. We hope you found Mary's incredible story as moving and inspiring as we did. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Mary's journey, so feel free to leave a comment below and join the conversation. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories of resilience and survival, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thank you for watching, and remember, every like, share, and subscription helps us continue to bring you more inspiring content. Until next time, stay inspired and keep sharing the stories that move you.